find her.
You're really good at it, and that's why you hesitated.
It's not here anymore. It's weird, suddenly being a parent. Sophia was born, I had no idea what I was doing. All I really knew was that I loved her.
Oh, you're talking so much about the ones who died. It's great, but...
To me for everything, wait, making a decision would make all the difference.
Henry, Rick, Sophia...
I'm looking for any information that might be damaging to Pamela or her progeny.
You think that he has that? That he didn't use already?
Love it out. The irony is, Pamela's probably the only reason I love you. You after the Miltons, I'll crush you. Pamela's just better. So trust me when I said you're better off making nice with Pamela than your sadistic shit of a son.
See, again, they are really representing her as the true villain.
Eugene,
She's someone
that's
that
girlfriend too.
I don't want to keep and stuff like
She's
that.
so great at hiding.
But she's not a big villain. Maybe, you know, too quick, too fast to picture her like that.
Unless you're willing to burn the whole thing down.
As long as I can hear those lottery numbers being called, I promise to forget all about you when I win.
Can we help you?
What? Why? There were regular people and new people. You want to accuse our guys? No?
I wasn't trying to worry.
I know. You just want to be alone. I get it. I just found a spot like this. There's a river behind my house. I just go down there. Wait for my dad to go to sleep.
You're gonna talk about your brother, you?
Yeah.
They aren't talking about the people who died.
Gives you time to think.
Figure things out, I guess.
I'm sorry about it.
It's okay.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying really hard. I wish things were like how you want them to be.
Oh,
That's what they should be.
really is talking about parenting with that, you know.
I have to keep you safe. I'm gonna hold on to the gun for a while. Do you want it? But I know you're stuck with me. We good?
Okay.
Come on, Judith.
Honor, family, and how we're grateful. I sound like a douchebag.
Yes!
Great.
It's just you, not a speech. You're gonna record him and the bullshit that he's gonna say.
Can you do that? We got much of a choice.
You do. We all do.
You should be my brother. That's what she wanted. I'm just the one that's still here.
True.
Leading isn't just telling people how it works. Some truth might be the way to go.
People don't want honesty. They want to be told that everything's A-okay so they can go about ignoring the goddamn mess that's what really is. The Commonwealth is built on buying into bullshit.
Continue.
The old American dream is still real. It's a friggin' joke. The reality is that the poor stay poor so the rich can do whatever the hell we want. The game is rigged. There are no bootstraps to pull. Christ, my mom handpicks the lottery winners. And nothing will ever change. But those people, you and me, why? Honestly, they're just too stupid to see it. It's about me.
No, that sounded like you believed it. But
That's gonna be your
Maybe-
word speech.
maybe you just choose to be a spoiled asshole. If everyone else expects it, who's that to disappoint?
Yes, you need a therapist.
Let's extend a hearty thank you to our
Mercer is really like, that's combatant.
My son Sebastian has prepared a few words.
I loved that girl.
Thank you. It is an honor and a privilege to be here with you today to celebrate the.
Oh. She convinced you to talk with your aunt?
I know that a lot of you don't think very well of me. I know that I probably deserve that. A long, long road for me to earn your trust and live up to my legacy.
Did he have an epiphany, like, truly?
If you would join me in listening to the wise words of President Milton, founder of the Commonwealth.
Please. The Commonwealth is built on buying into bullshit.
He had a little moment where he wanted to change right there.
Fucking junk. The reality is that the core state force of the rich can do whatever the hell we want.
I know that it can't, repair all of the bad stuff that he did, but right there you're condemning them, like their lives. It was well filmed. I'm sorry, I was not surprised that it was well filmed, but I said it's a different direction for the pictures and all. Maybe because it's more a character episode, so they thought about it more. Okay. You were doing all of that for him. I'm stupid! Yes, it was to transform them into deads. You needed a chaos situation. You didn't think that this one would be created already. You created deaths. I love your answer. The music, the tension. It's growing. Why? It's the gun. She's gonna go to search for a gun to protect these people. That's the training, Judith. You know it. The dead. You know it, Judith. Oh, you son of a bitch. Are they gonna help you? All of them are watching that. It's not fair. Save him. It's not fair. It's not that. No. No. I don't. No. I'm glad it's the end of this character, but how it is, no. And you know it, Judith. So I was wrong, you know, during the intro, thinking that this episode would be an action episode, but it was because of the fact that I truly thought that the situation with Hornsby, you know, the fact that Hornsby was outside with our guys, fighting our guys, and Pamela was inside with all of the Commonwealth situation, discussing maybe with Carol, I thought that it would take more time, but the writers, they took that liberty of playing with time, playing with the chronology by saying that all of what we saw into the Commonwealth was happening in fact before what was happening with our guys. I'm not sure that it works truly with how stuff were happening, like the fact that Negan went into the Commonwealth place at the same time, you know, into the same prison time, and suddenly in fact all of what Negan did happened way quicker, you know, faster than what was happening for the guys outside. I'm not sure that it's working, but why not? I said it during the intro of this episode and the last one. I understand that the writers, they're gonna be forced to take shortcuts so they can evolve fast into the stories, they can end stuff, you know, for the stories, for the characters and all. So in fact, this episode was not about resolving that situation, but it was about really truly more the characters, for the characters, you know, to say where they are now into their lives, I mean into their minds. Do they want to come back to try to rebuild their places, or do they want to stay right there? For what reason? Like, it was truly a setup for, okay, we're close to the end of things, and our characters, they evolved that much that now they are thinking about that, and that Negan is a perfect example of that, because of the fact that the guy, he wants to stay right there maybe for his kid, for his wife, to be sure that they're gonna be okay, when he knows that in fact he has all of the reasons to get out, because it's not okay to be right there, like they can't be right there. It's his wife who is convincing him, but it shows, you know, the evolution of Negan, that he was ready maybe to accept to stay right there for his kid, for his wife. And we have the same, you know, with the situation with Daryl and Judith, the fact that Judith, she wanted to stay right there, and that Daryl, he didn't want, because he wants to stay with his people, but at the same time we saw that he hesitated maybe a little, maybe because of Judith, because he knows that she wants to stay right there, that it would be better maybe for her. And we know how he is now with parenting and stuff. That discussion that he had with Judith, it was truly about parenting all along that discussion, and that was great. And we had other moments like that with other characters, like with Lydia who is leaving the place. These four who left that place right there, like these goodbyes, there were too much goodbyes, you know, like truly like goodbye forever, I have the impression. I'm not okay with it because of Lydia for sure, but we had Aaron and Jerry on that thing, you know, like leaving the place like that. Jerry? No! Nothing is gonna happen to Jerry. The King, you know, also, and Carol saying goodbye like that to each other. I didn't think, you know, that it was truly goodbyes, because it was the beginning of goodbyes, you know, they really didn't end that moment, not really, not truly, like, if at some point these two, they're gonna say truly goodbye to each other, it's not gonna be just that, you know, it's gonna be more than that. So I'm not surprised that it was not really goodbyes. Yes, you know, see, we had stuff for the characters, the King, how he was feeling also about staying right there, Eugene with his girl, how he was feeling also about the situation. An episode for the character. Even if at the end a big thing is happening, like with the situation with Sebastian, with the situation with the dead, and with Hornsby, I'm gonna come back to that. It's really like at the very end, the 5 last minutes of this episode, but the majority of the episode was in fact for the characters, for the relationships, and it's great. I said it, we have so much to do to conclude for characters, relationships, and for stories that they need to find time to do it. Space and time for all of the characters, and right there to use an entire episode for that, almost an entire episode for that, it's maybe the good way to do it. because if they would do, you know, if they would try to mix actions and moments for the characters, I'm not so sure that the balance would be great. So maybe it's a good way to do it, you know, one episode for the action, one episode for the characters, stuff like that until the end. It can be the good way to do it. I love the fact that they are talking about people who died, because it's the final episode, so the characters, they need to remember the ones who died. For the viewers, also for the fans, it's a good wink, it's a good thing to remember all of the ones who died, all of these things, you know, that we lived with these characters. It's great to do it like that also, like they are talking about them, about what these characters would have done, but also like it's a little way to honor them, but it's not too much, like they are not taking too many times for that. And I think that it's great that they are introducing each episode, or at least these 2 episodes, with Judith talking about the ones who died, and we are seeing memories of them, of what we lived before. I think that it's a good way to do it, because it's not taking too much time into these episodes, which are already an issue, you know, to put everything that you want into them. So by doing it like that, you're talking about the dead, you're honoring them, we are seeing them, but you know, they are not taking too much space for the ones who died, and they prefer to talk and to see, to do things for the ones who are still alive. So I think that they found the good way to do stuff, you know, for that. Okay, about the situation with Sebastian and Anne, the fact that at the end the guy is changing his mind about this speech and is truly speaking with his heart, it's great. No, it can't repair all of the bad stuff that he did, for sure. The fact that still you are making everyone hear what he said, you know, into that office, I understand it, because like I said, it can't repair all of the bad stuff that you did, so I'm okay with it. But what happened at the end, you know, with all of these people letting him being killed by the dead, I'm not okay with it. I'm not okay with it at all, because it's torture. Like, you want him to die, I understand why. I'm against, you know, the fact that you're letting him being killed by a dead, being tortured like that, you know, like it's not a clean death, if you want to say it like that. That asshole needed to be judged, and also because of the fact that we saw earlier that maybe he could change. You know, everyone deserves a second chance, even if just before that he gave the dead to the girl, you know, to kill Eugene's girl. That was not okay, I'm against it and all. I'm not gonna cry for him, I'm not gonna be sad for him, and I wanted that character to disappear at some point, to be totally honest. I mean, with a show like The Walking Dead, I thought really that at some point he would be killed, but like that, it doesn't seem fair, you know. And I love the fact that Judith can see it and is intervening for it. I love also the fact that Judith is seeing that death, you know, just before that, and she's afraid of that death. Like I said it during the intro, I love also the idea of that army of deaths coming on that place to kill everyone. Like there are so many that it's gonna be a real issue, a real fight. I love that, because it's a way to come back to the basic stuff of The Walking Dead. The deaths were a real danger, like we forgot about them during a long time, we didn't consider them as a real danger since a long time, and to come back to the beginning and to that basic stuff, it's great. And so that moment with Judith was great, because she was facing that death, she was truly afraid of that death, she knew that she had to take back her gun because of that death. So for that I think that it's great. I mean, for the writers to put things about it like that. So Sebastian is dead, Pamela, they're gonna know that you lied and stuff like that, so for the system in place it's not good at all. Hornsby needed that chaos, that's why these two, they killed these people. I didn't understand truly why at first they did that, I understand only at the end, because they needed deaths inside to create a chaos situation, to get Hornsby out of the jail. You didn't know that in fact chaos would be created in another way, so double chaos for you, Hornsby, during that moment. And now what? Sebastian is dead. Pamela, your system in place is gonna be destroyed, it's already the case. The dead were inside, you can kill them quickly, but a lot of people died during that process. Hornsby is gonna be out. What is he gonna try to do? Maybe now that the situation is chaotic, maybe he's gonna try to say, see, she lied to you, I didn't lie to you, I'm gonna take the power. Maybe he's gonna try something like that. I'm not sure that he has another choice, in fact. So that for Hornsby. For our guys, you can't let these people like that into that chaotic situation. Like, it's gonna be a true decision for them, I mean, to take right now. You could leave the place after that deal that you make with Pamela, because you were leaving them into a bad system, but at least they were alive and all, but leaving them into the situation, that situation, no. And the deaths are coming also, you lost time doing that. Two things which were maybe not so great during this episode. I'm not against it, but I think that it was made too quickly, too fast, but at the same time, like I said in intro, and like I said during this review, I knew that the writers would be forced to take this shortcut. I said it, the shortcut about the situation at the beginning, playing with the chronology of time. I'm not sure that it's functioning, and it's really a situation which is resolved really easily to trap Hornsby, to make him, to put all of the blame on him and all. And the second shortcut that they are taking for me, it's about Pamela. The fact that during all of the time that we had her, since we know her, okay, they insisted on the fact that her system is not great at all, that she's one of the privileged, that it's not okay at all, that she's taking advantage of it for her son, for her, all of that. But at the same time, we saw her making some deals and having some conversations with our guys, and they were implying also that it's not that easy, that she's also doing some things nice, like she was not the villain, as you can picture the villain into The Walking Dead, into the show. And right there during this episode, she's truly pictured as the villain, like she has the musical theme of the villain, she's only saying stuff which are bad. Like, it's maybe also too fast the way that they are transforming her character into a villain character. It's maybe, yes, too fast, and another shortcut that the writers are taking, because they need to destroy the system in place, so they need to make Pamela a real villain, so we're not gonna care about destroying her or killing her also at some point. Do you understand what I mean? Like, to have her not as the villain, it's demanding time, it's demanding a lot of things, around her to resolve that situation. If we are making her the villain, that's it, we can kill her, we can destroy her, and it's okay, for the moral, the principles of this show, it's gonna be okay. That's it, it's two shortcuts that I saw, which are pretty obvious, and which are really shortcuts, that the writers are taking, and for me, again, they are forced to take them. For the Hornsby situation, and also to make Pamela the villain, so after that, for her situation, it's gonna be easier for them to resolve it, to write something about it, to resolve it. Okay, I'm gonna stop this review right now. You guys on Patreon, you're gonna have these two videos on Monday. You guys on YouTube, I don't know. For the next episodes of this season, it's gonna be each time the case. On Monday for Patreon, on Tuesday normally on YouTube, but I can't promise you that, I'm gonna try my best, that it's not depending on me. Each time extended or full reaction parts on my Patreon. It's final episodes of the final season of The Walking Dead. I think that at some point I'm gonna be forced, to put the full reaction part, because I'm not gonna be able to cut into this episode. For now, I think that it's gonna be 2 extended reaction parts, if you can be interested. And it's the best way to support me, if you want, if you can. You know, also maybe for all of this time that we spent together for The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead, it can be nice, it can be great. Okay, let's stop this review. It's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.